So we're on a piece of property. It's late spring in New England. We've had a really long winter. We had a pretty mild winter, but like all of our snowstorms have happened in the month of March. We had literally in March, the beginning of March, we had a snowstorm that was like a foot of snow, and then a few weeks later we had 3 feet of snow. It was like unbelievable, 3 to 4 feet of snow, which we haven't had all season. So we came to this piece of property because the ground's pretty clear, although there's still some snow around, but really our first dig of 2023. So we're eager to get out here. It's kind of a crisp, cold day, and we're gonna give it a whirl and see what we find. This property we know dates to the 1800s. There's multiple cellar holes that are on the property, and it does border a couple towns. So we're going to see what we find here. Okay, so when I've talked about this in some of the previous videos of how some of the old estates had the old trees that lined the property. So look at this row on this road of these old trees. And then as I walk up here, you'll see the stone wall that actually looks like it's not the foundation of the property, but it's kind of like the entrance. So it's kind of like a decorative stone wall. You can see a gate right here. That's a little bit more modern right now, but this stone wall here is the base. But we think that up on top there, which opens up into a big field, that the house or the structure sat right on top, right above this.
Another barn or garage or something. And I feel like the house, the main house might have been in this corner of the field.
Up in here?
Yeah, there's a long way down glass and stuff in this field that you'll find. But I wonder if like this elevated spot right here was maybe the main house, being that all those big maples that we just walked by are kind of like the state trees.
This is a big field. And what he's talking about is we actually passed a foundation walking up this path, but right at this entrance here, there's the foundation on the other side. And he's gonna give it a whirl. This is the first dig of 2023. It actually feels good to be out here.
I don't think it's gonna amount to too much. What do you think it's gonna be?
Oh, A square nail. It's going to be a square nail. Do you already see it?
Oh, no, like those other guys that we watch, they'd call me Square Nail Steve.
Oh my God.
They'd watch one of our videos and say,
Hey, it's the first dig. We're excited over anything.
pretty close to
What do you guys think it's gonna be? It is, isn't it? I think I see it. Oh, yeah.
It's Square Nail Steve.
It's a square nail, see? So there it is. The first dig of 2023.
Probably the same thing we left off with last year.
I could have been. We
We
don't always show all the square nail digs because it's, you know.
feel any better. That's a sign of the.
Yeah.
As we've explained in the past, it's difficult because there are a lot of the things that are of no value. They do ring like you have to dig them because it's ringing like a coin, but.
What is it?
It might be a coin.
Seriously?
That's it. No.
No?
No. It's weird too. Sometimes the dirt. That's what I was looking at. The dirt looked like a coin.
You pull out a square nail and that videotape anymore. Oh, just kidding. I'm just kidding. What is that? Is that it?
Yeah,
Looks like a hat.
it does. It looks like it's a cap off of something. I'd say a copper cap off of something.
Oh, wouldn't that be neat if it had some sort of inscription on it?
It might.
Look at the green. It's really neat how it makes that color. And kind of funny how people now try to paint stuff to look like that.
Patina.
Yeah. Try to make things old. We're actually digging up old.
It does. It's got holes in it where it was potentially mounted to something.
That's really cool.
See the 4 little holes?
Yep.
And it looks like it could have, I don't know.
That's hard to say. I mean, back in that time period, they would have used all kinds of things for.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a manufactured some sort of cap for something, or or whether it went on some sort of a piece of furniture, or.
That's pretty cool.
Oh. It's not a square nail.
No? just think that color is really neat. So now, would this be something that like they would have had their own blacksmith? Like they would have actually made this?
Well,
I mean, can you tell something like that?
That looks manufactured.
Manufactured. Okay.
You know what I mean? It's pretty perfect.
That's cool.
Well, like I said, more than likely it probably capped something off, covered up a hole or something, or...
Well, if anybody knows what this is, leave a comment. That's cool. All right, we're at the same spot. We literally just got up for a minute, turned this off, and he's got another thing.
So let's see.
Let's see if it's part of this mystery item. Our daughter just texted us that supposedly Kenny Chesney was at the Goat Restaurant in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is a really good restaurant for one thing, but that's what we were kind of distracted with. Wouldn't that be neat? Wonder if he has a boat. Right there, you can see it. No? Oh, no, what is that? Another one. Or...
It looks like a... Looks like it could be the base of a candelabra.
Yep.
Or it could be a...
Well, like it looks like a tiki torch top, like what we have sometimes, but I don't. I don't think a tiki torch
Well, it could be the top
would
of
be
a...
out here.
Could be the top of a oil lamp.
Yeah.
It's fairly heavy. It almost looks like it could be the escutcheon or whatever you want to call it behind a doorknob too, but I don't see any mounting holes where it would have mounted to the door. So I'd say it's either an old lamp part or, like I said, the base of some sort of a candelabra or something.
Cool.
That's 2 holes with no square nails.
That's it. We're still in the same spot here.
Another one
There's
of those
another
caps.
one of those caps. Same, is it the same size? A little smaller, maybe?
No, it's the
Oh,
same.
same size. That's interesting.
Same.
So I'm going to say that obviously something that's all contained, it might be in here, or parts of all the same thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll have to look when I get home and see if I can.
Identify these.
I mean, they don't look like anything fancy. You know, it doesn't look like it was like any sort of finial or anything, but it.
Wow. Well, hopefully some more stuff comes up in here. All right.
Yeah.
He thinks this might be a coin.
It's a coin or a button or something. It's right here. It's a button.
It's a button. Oh yeah, it's a little. Look at that.
Which
What
is,
kind of button is that?
which is way cooler than a I know, square nail.
Yeah.
Shank is bent over, but the shank's still on it. It's pretty smooth.
Nice.
I can't read. Usually they have an, just the company that makes the
Oh,
buttons.
you can see some lettering on there.
Yeah, there's.
Well, we'll clean it up and we can show it.
But it's kind of neat. It's cool to find them with the shank still on them.
It's kind of too bad that they didn't date buttons.
They do. You can look them
They
up
do?
and see. Yeah, it'll tell you that when we get home we can look and see what the writing says. You can.
Well, I mean, obviously you can tell by the style of the button what time period they were.
Yeah, it's something standard. It says on it. Nothing on the front, but it's okay.
Sure. Oh, there's a bottle. I don't know if you guys would be able to see the bottle down there. In here. Yeah, which that was a typical thing. We would take our trash, go to the landfill, but they would usually have an area that they would dump their bottles in the trash. But watch out, those barbed wire, I can see. So this is what's going to happen is I'm going to walk over here to talk to this lady, and then you're going to end up getting a signal that's not a square nail. Sometimes that seems to happen. I'm walking over here because this woman's kind of shy. She's coming from this path over here though. I can't see her fully, but she has kind of brownish hair. Just trying to find a spot where I can put my bag down and pull out my rods. See if she'll talk to us. All right, I'm gonna set this down, and so I'm kind of walking over here to this spot, hoping that this woman will chat with me. Just trying to find a good spot for me to set this down so you can see my interaction. She comes from back here though. She's a tiny woman, brown hair, seems wavy. It is pulled up. She actually has like a wrap on her head, like a bonnet of some sort. I'm gonna go over here, which there are some large pieces of stone kind of interestingly placed out here. All right, I think I'm gonna set this right up here so we can. He said that he thought that there's a homestead out here too, so maybe that's where she comes from. Okay. didn't think we were doing this really today, so I don't have all of my equipment out here to make it easier for you to see. But so this woman that's out here, is it okay if I ask you a couple questions? Yes? So remember, they cross for yes, they open for no. Do you see where my husband is? Can you point the rods to where he is? You'll see, there they go. Which is correct, he's out in the field. You're curious what we're doing. Yes. Okay, my name is Karen. And you presented yourself to me. Did you live on this property? Yes. Can you point the rods to where your homestead was? Over there. Okay. Okay, so she's kind of saying that all of this over here was her. I can hear her talking. Like this was part of their property. Was this field where my husband is, was that part of your property? No. Okay. Okay. Did you have a field? Yes. Okay. Can you point to where your part of the field was? All right, so I'm coming back to Steve. The lady said that her homestead is back there. This one is not part of her property. But she pointed, is there another field over that way? And he's found something.
It's just a hunk of something. Is there another field over that way?
Over back there. Over here.
Just over where I park over there sometimes.
Okay.
But it's not, I don't know if that was a field. I think there was a homestead over there though.
Well, because she pointed out here that this was back there was their property, and it went all the way back there. And I said, well, is this field here, was this yours? And she said, no. I said, did you have a field? And she said, yes. And then she pointed the rods way back there, like in that direction, I should say. Of course, that, you know.
I think there was something like that.
Something back there. Okay.
Well, I know there is, because there's barn foundations and stuff over there.
Okay. Cool. She's very, very shy, so she wouldn't tell me her name or anything. But, I walked off on Steve. I felt the presence of a lady over there, and then he's got something going on.
I'll show you afterwards too. There is a spot over there that looks like a house could have sat
Oh, because
on that.
she came from that path there.
Yeah.
She came out. Okay.
Another piece of copper.
So thin. Wow.
Yeah.
That's what it was. What?
See the frogs in the
Oh.
pond over there?
Yeah, I do. So we're walking out kind of where we came in, and you know, you can just tell the lay of the land here, that this section right here would be where the homestead was. We're coming into almost like the driveway. The wind's starting to kick up. So this is the road coming in. And when we walk out, we'll show you it's kind of a cool stone wall. Kind of looks like a decorative. Now this is a stone foundation right here across the street. So he's bringing me to where he thinks that she might have been. Check it out. property. And even just driving in, there were several different cellar holes on both sides of the road. So she might be back here. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what, because I was looking out this way. This actually feels good even just be outside.
So I don't know if this was potentially fields at one time.
Yeah.
Thought that
Alright,
this
I'm
could
gonna
have
pause
been
for a
at
moment.
one time. There are no stones there, but it could have been like a gravel bank that they used.
Yeah, it's hard to show you guys on the video here because you can't see the lay of the land very well. But there's definitely an indentation here.
But oddly, there's no stone. So
Right. There's no stone.
see how the road kind of goes up behind.
Yeah.
I think it probably was somewhere where they at one point excavated some dirt out there, but there is what would appear to be what I would think would be a barn foundation down here.
Huh. Yeah. Well, like I said, it'll be one of those things to research the property. I might come over separately because she's very shy. I might kind of come over and just talk to her a little more and see if I can pinpoint a name. And then I can go to the Historical Society and see if they have old pictures, and that would be pretty cool if we could.
This would be the next town over property.
Okay.
This is the foundation.
Oh, here we are. So there's lots of roads out here, or which this would make sense.
Logging roads and sap roads, so more of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this would. This to me kind of makes me think barn because it's open out here. You know, I suppose it could have been taken down over the years, but
Well, there's a lot of people that lived out here.
it seems it.
It seems like there's.
The road used to go from one town to the other.
Yeah.
It probably was a pretty popular spot.
Okay, so when Steve talks about the challenge of metal detecting in areas that would have a lot of junk, here is a full car. Now, there's no saying that there isn't coin and cool things that are in here, but it's really time consuming to try to metal detect around a big hunk of metal. This is cool. This is an old car. I can't even tell you what the age of it is, but it's pretty big. Let's see if we can go around. It's kind of like inside. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Just imagine having an old car like this and restoring it. That's pretty cool. What'd you find?
I don't know. Piece of metal.
Piece of metal. This is neat. He doesn't know what kind of car this is. But look at that. I was just trying to see if there was like anything that would indicate. Somebody will know what this is. All you car gurus. Huh? But to give you an example, all this is stuff that would just, you know, you would be metal detecting all these pieces, you know, pieces like this, these things that would eventually fall off into the ground. But this is pretty neat.
I should remember because I had my first date.
You had your first date in this car? This makes me think of a gangster car. It honestly, it's pretty cool looking. Doesn't it? Because it's got like the two front.
It had what they called suicide doors, which, because this door is still, the hinge is in the back and the hinge is on the front. So the doors.
Oh.
So it's probably like I mean, it could be like a Lincoln or something, or
Oh man, I wish we could. I wish there was something on it.
you can see where the wood, the seats and stuff were all wood framed and everything.
Yeah, there's no indication what it is. But we could probably look this up.
That's kind of funny.
Huh?
It's kind of funny because there was wood in the door frames.
Oh. That's cool. See, you never know what you find in the woods. But the neat thing about it too is this is on a piece of property with multiple cellar holes. The road is right there and there's a cellar hole right here. So this could be tied to whoever lived on this land. You know, not just something that somebody drove out here and just left it.
We just talked about that.
This could be.
Somebody and I were talking about it yesterday, and that's what they did back in the day. Because the guy I was talking to said that he was out on his land, and there's an old Volkswagen Bug just out in the middle of the woods, which.
So people would just drive it and leave it?
Yeah, just bring it out here when they're done driving it, and it's not roadworthy
Well, you just took the fun all out of that now. See, I have these grand illusions. I have these grand things that this is like the owner's car on this property, but maybe.
This
but maybe
is actually Bonnie and Clyde's car.
Well,
and this is where they crashed.
Well, then we would be
after they got
famous.
shot.